Yo, what's up guys, Arsen here. In today's video, I'm going to be covering up the best gun attachments you can have on all your guns. We're going to be talking about the MK2 weapons and also talking about the magazines and the best muzzles you can get to have a beneficial effect onto all your weapons. Alright, so let's start off with the top weapon, which is the heavy sniper MK2, and let's get the magazine armor piercing rounds. So I'm going to be revealing a secret that no one really talks about and probably even knows. So basically, you guys know obviously if you shoot someone with a heavy sniper MK2, it still doesn't one-shot. There's like a little bit of a health left there in the body on your opponent after you shoot them, so obviously it's not one-shot. But did you guys know about that if someone, your opponent as well, has max health but a body armor, the MK2 heavy sniper with the armor piercing rounds is actually one-shot. So by them getting a body armor, your sniper literally starts one-shotting, which is quite weird, and I don't know why Rockstar did this. Like, this makes no sense. Like, not just only this bullet is going through the, body armor, it's also taking up more damage on your opponent. So yes, you can actually gain a massive advantage by using this in city people against like junk BST players by just one-shotting them. Anyways, let's go to the Incendiary Rounds. Now, with the Incendiary Rounds, it's the other way around. If the player doesn't have body armor, and they just don't have a body armor, and you shoot them, they will die instantly. By the end of the fire will, like, in the last very second, it will kill them. Now, if you go to body armor, they won't die. So if they're using a body armor, you're not one-shotting them. If they're not, then you are. So it's like the other way around. So, and also Fmj Rounds, I don't know why I'm just covering this up, but let's just, just for the case, it's not one shot. Okay, so if they get in a vehicle, which is what Fmj Rounds do, it will not one shot them. So the best is armor piercing rounds against junk players. And let's also talk about the explosive rounds. Explosive rounds are not one shot with body armor. They're actually really bad because if the opponent gets one more body armor, they're still not dying. So explosive rounds actually deal the least damage out of all the bullets possibility. And yeah, just clearly you can see that it's not one-shotting with even like 2 more explosives. So it's really bad. Anyways, if you shoot them without a body armor, they still don't die. They still have like a little bit of a health right there. So explosive rounds are mainly good for like vehicles or just like base players, I guess. Anyways, let's get into the next tip. So I guess we're just like done with the sniper. With junk players, definitely use armor piercing rounds that use body armor and like full health body armor. If they're not, they're just like, rolling around the city and just sniping people that don't take the game serious. For one shots, use Incendiary. Alright, so let's go to the next one. So we got thermal scope, we got advanced scope, and we got zoom scope. Me, myself, I know that beach players use advanced scope, but I recommend all base players that use thermal scope use the little zoom scope. And the reason is because if you're used to the thermal scope and they're telling you, hey, base player, come to the beach, why don't you just use a zoom scope? Because you're actually going to be sniping better because you're more used to the zoom scope, as the thermal scope is not much sometimes like, careful of using, like they don't allow you to use thermal scope. So just use the zoom scope, you will snipe much better. For muzzles, by the way, it's really not important. Squared muzzle brake is actually one of the best that I use myself. Suppressor will just make no sounds, but it will mess up your recoil, which is really bad. So I don't know if it's really worth it, and like it takes like a little bit of less like damage away, but mainly suppressors mess your recoil. So if you shoot them, they will take like a little bit less damage, so it might sometimes not kill, and recoil itself will mess it up. So let's go to MG now. So with the MG, just get all the upgrades that I'm obviously getting, and let's talk about the muzzles. Okay, so this fat end muzzle is going to be a massive point, but before we get to it, let's talk about the armor piercing rounds. I don't know if you guys know this, but with the MG, with a normal range, it takes 8 bullets to kill players. So as you guys can see, it's 73 I shot. If I shoot one more time, it's 72, which means I shot 8 bullets. With the armor piercing rounds on the body, it takes 8 bullets. Now let's shoot with the incendiary rounds. I don't know if you guys noticed, but with the incendiary rounds, you have a chance to actually get 7 bullets. Just by the fire, you can actually get 7 bullets before instead of 8, so that's better. But sometimes, obviously, if double fire doesn't happen, you won't get a 7 bullet kill. You need again 8 bullets to kill a player. So in general, you guys can clearly tell with not anything like basically incendiary rounds are better. But here's the thing about this. Did you guys know that obviously MG is like really like bad in recoil? So if you keep shooting at the player and the player lives close to you, so it's gonna be 8 bullets instead of 4. By the way, if the players live 5 hours away from you, they're one shot. It's literally like armor piercing rounds on the head is one shot. So I guess like if a player lives close to you, use armor piercing rounds. If a player lives away from you, use incendiary rounds. And here's the proof of basically muzzles. If you get a fat end muzzle, you can clearly see that it's dealing less damage. And sometimes it's not even dealing damage. If a player shoots at the muzzle, it will not take much damage. So that's a good thing, because instead of taking 8 bullets, you guys can clearly see I just shot 8 bullets on the muzzle, and boom, the player is still alive. That's a massive advantage if you are winning in an MG fight by a bullet faster. So definitely get the fat end. It will help you a lot in gunfights. Let's go to the next weapon, which is the Carbine rifle, MK2. Get all the upgrades, obviously I have, and basically this gun's specialty is large scope. It's gonna be the best in free aim at the beach, and the reason is because this gun has the scope AR that no other AR has. It can aim so far. So with free aim, this gun that's its specialty. This gun is literally the best in free aim beach ARs. So if you guys want to use advantage instead of special carbine players, use this AR because the scope is clearly I just changed it to advanced scope. It's aiming longer. So that scope right there is better. This rifle right over here, the AK-47, is the best at magazine FMJ rounds because this gun has the best AR of recoil. So get the same upgrades I have right now. So if you guys want to have the best gun like order, and this gun's FMJ rounds are basically rounds where you can shoot through walls and it will just like the bullet will go through the wall and like the window, and it will just break through. Boom, right there, broke through the window. And yeah, these rounds just basically go through windows, armored windows. So get that right there. Now pistol, I only have it because I don't want to take the easy way out with the pills. And let's go to the Marksman sniper. Marksman sniper, you don't really need anything like crazy magazines. Just get extended, that's the best for it. And the zoom, get the zoom scope. You don't want that like bad aim. And for muzzles, get tactical muzzle brake. And that's really that. The Marksman sniper doesn't have anything special. It's just a sniper. Takes 4 bullets to kill a player, by the way. That's 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 sniper bullets and you'll get the kill. Let's go to the shotgun. Now shotgun is 100%. Don't care about any other like upgrades of the weapon bullets of magazines. Get the explosive one. Other upgrades are bad. And also muzzle wise, don't get a muzzle because it's gonna cover up your eyes and you won't see much. So definitely don't get a muzzle. It's really not worth it. With one shot, a shotgun is just killing. But just an additional tip, I don't know if you guys knew, but if a player has a body armor and you shotgun them, they won't actually die if they are obviously 100% rank plus. So if they have max health, they won't die. And let's go to special carbine. I mean, not exactly, it's carbine rifle, like bullet rifle, whatever you want to call it. Get the same upgrades I'm obviously getting, holographic scope and all that. And for muzzles, get the tactical. And the magazine is armor piercing rounds. Now the reason is armor piercing rounds is because you can use this for RNGs. If someone puts a bulletproof helmet, it's one shot on the head, just like that, just one shot on the head, whether they have BSC or not. So keep this order, okay, of weapons with their same magazines I have. They're the best. I took the time to think about it. Let's go to the special carbine. So special carbine really doesn't have a lot. Just put a suppressor, scope, and the large scope. Like that's all you have to do. Like and put on all the upgrades of grips and stuff like that. It's only this thing is suppressor. Now revolver is the holographic scope 100%, and go to the hollow point rounds. Okay, now we're gonna be versing obviously the main 2 magazines. Hollow point rounds, they barely have health, as you guys can clearly see, and we're gonna be shooting with incendiary rounds, and which is like a little bit worse, so it took less damage. So get hollow point rounds, which are the best on the revolver MK2. So right now we just covered up all the best magazines and all the tricks possibly I could have just said. Now let's show the base settings. So this is the base weapon wheel. What you guys are seeing right now, that's the base weapon wheel, and this is the beach weapon wheel, just in case for you guys to know what weapons to hide, and this is the city one. All these weapon wheels, like the 3 ones I showed, these are the weapon wheels, how it's supposed to look as you hold the gun setup. Each area you compete, you must have the same order of weapon magazines, and also the weapon wheel should look the same. All right, beach, base, or whether it's city. So that's the order, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are the best muzzle, magazines, and more. Everything you guys should know about the guns. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe on my channel, obviously, if you guys want to support the channel. And may this help you with PvP gameplay, so you win more gun-to-gun fights. I'll see you guys on the next video or stream. I don't know. Anyways, bye.